I received a lot of messages, people asking me to tackle how to create chords on the keyboard. Well, um, I think we can do this together, but you're going to have to do some homework also. You and I can just sit in front of the keyboard and create chords, practice chords. But you need to do your homework for that to happen in a productive way. First of all, we will be able to start from I would say from scratch and building chords, okay? Chord movements from chord to chord and so on. We will be able to go through all those and be comfortable to play them on the keyboard. But you need to do some homework. There are some basic things that you need to know, and I'm assuming most of the messages that I received about playing, about building chords, practicing chords on the keyboard, I'm assuming that most of them came from beginners and intermediate students of the keys of the keyboard. So we can do this, but here are a few things that you must know. You must know your scales, on your scales, major scales, minor scales, and so on. You must understand the intervals on the keyboard. You must know the names of all the keys on all the notes, all the keys on the keyboard. It would be very helpful if you know how to read basic notations. Okay? Basic notations in the treble clef, in the bass clef, and also it would be more than helpful to know the values of notes, the durations of notes, and also the rests, that are equal to, whose values are equal to the notes they replace on the stabs. So if I were you, I would try to study, to learn how to read music, uh, how to read the basic notations, music notations, treble clef, bass clef, and know the rest that are related to those notes. Also the intervals on the keyboard, the names of the keys, um, the scales, major scales, minor scales, and then if you can work on these things, then it will make it easier for me and you to work together, and then I will be able to post a series of music YouTube uh, videos that tackle that specifically chords, how to build, how to practice chords on the keyboard. I can give you an example I can give an example an example of what we will be able to do. For example, let's say C major, C triad, okay? C triad. I could play it in root position, like C, E, G, okay? Or I could play it in first inversion, which is E, which is E, G, C, and I could play it in second inversion, which would be G, C, E. Okay, so C major triad, first root position, C, E, G, first inversion, starting on the third, E, and the fifth, G and the C, the root, and then we can play the second inversion, starting on the fifth, the G, and we got a root right in the middle of the third and the fifth, E, G, E, C, G, C, E. That's the second inversion. Now the way we're going to the videos that I'm gonna post about this subject, we're gonna do it in a very simple way, easy to understand, like moving from a specific chord to another chord, and how you can do that on the keyboard. One example, let me give you one example. We're going to play C major triad, first inversion, which is E, G, C. Now, I want to move from E, G, okay, C is the, in the C major scale, so the C chord is the one chord, okay, is a one chord. Also, I don't want to forget that you need to know the numbers, okay, related to each notes, to each note in the major scales. You know, a major scale has 7 notes, so you need to know which number is related to which key, which note on the keyboard. Because when we build chord, we're going to use more numbers instead of letters. For example, instead of saying C, E, G, we will be saying 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. Because C is the number 1 note in the key of C major, and E is the number 3 note, and G is number 5. So the C major triad is number 1 note, number 3, and number 5. And you have your C major triad. Now, just to give you an example of how we're going to approach this, the building chords. It's one of the ways we're going to do it is by moving from one chord to another type of the same chord, or moving from one chord to a different chord. Let me give an example. For example, we're in C major. I'm going to play first inversion, which is E, G, C. The C is the 1, right? Number 1, right? It's not in the first inversion. The C, moves to the octave position. We play the 3rd first, and then we play the 5th, and then we play the 1. So let's say now we want to move from 1 major, which is the C major, to 1 minor. That means C minor. When I say 1, that means, remember, the root of the scale is always number 1 note, not number 1. Okay? Roman number. So I want to move from C major to C major. Okay? The C major, which is 1 major, to C minor, which is 1 minor. So we're going to move from one chord, number 1 chord, to another 1 chord, but it's a different type. Okay, instead of major, it's going to be minor, but it's still 1 and 1. Major 1 to minor 1. Let's do it. This is major 1 chord, C major. Now we're gonna move to 1 minor, which is C minor. How do we get C minor? Well, it's by lowering the 3rd of the chord, which is E, 1 half step. A half step. Okay? Not up, but down. You move E you move E half step down, and then you're going to get E flat. Remember, this is the first inversion, so we started with 3 in the first place, so all we need to do is move that E half step down, which is the next closest note down, which is E flat. Okay, so now you got E. Now you have one minor, which is C minor. So we go back to C. Let's go back to one major, which is C major. Okay, E, first inversion, E, G, C. Now we move. Now we're gonna move from here to C minor. Okay, one minor by lowering the third, which is E, half step. Okay, we go down half step from E. So you can do it in different register. You can do it right here. Okay, you can do it right here. You can do it right here. Okay, we're moving. Let's play C major, E, G, C, E, G, C. Now let's play minor. We're gonna play. The only thing we do in this case, we just move E we just move E half step, make it E minor, very easy, and we have our C minor triad. Easy. Okay. Now let's make it another one type chord. Now remember, we're not moving to a no chord. It's the same chord, C, but different type. We just play C major, C minor. We can play, which is one major, one minor. Maybe we can play one minor 6. Okay. So I need to find. I already have my E flat. Make it minor. So I want a note now to add 6 to it. So I need to find number 6 note in the key of C major. Not hard at all to do, because I know I am in the first inversion. Okay, and because the first inversion, I got in the first inversion I have E and I got G, and G is the number 5 note in the key of C major. So I need note number 6 to add to my triad to make it C minor 6, because that's what I need now. I need number 6 note, and this is 5 right here. So 5, 6 is right there, right after 6. The number 6 note is right after 5, which is a whole step above 5. It's right here. So easy to play. So right here. Okay. That's C minor 6. C minor 6. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back and play one major, C major. You see, E, 3, number 3 note, E, G, 5, and 1. E, which is 3, 5, and 1. Let's play. That's one major, C major. Let's play one minor, C minor. Let's lower E half step. We started with E anyway. Let's lower it half step. Okay, this is C minor. Now we want to play C minor 6. Where's 5? We're playing 5 here. So let's add 6, note 6 after that, which is A. Is it? Okay, and then we have our E flat, and we have our root. There you go. So we move. That means now we can just play. We can just play C major, and then we play C minor, and then now we play C minor 6. Okay, or we can play C major 6 also. Okay, so we can play our. Okay, this is C minor. This is C major. Add 6 to it. C major 6. C minor 6. That's the way we're going. That's one of the ways we're going to tackle how to learn how to build chords, practice chords, move from chords to chords on the keyboard. So, and I'm going to call those videos chords explorations. Okay, so see you.